This is an ABC2 News special report.
And a good Thursday morning to you. Charlie Krausen here in the ABC2 Information News Center for you, monitoring the wild weather and the situation that's been unfolding for the past several days. Flooding causing all sorts of issues out there, probably affecting your commutes or if you have any plans for the day. This video out of White Marsh, take a look. We just got this in the newsroom just after sunrise on Jones Road near Pulaski Highway. The massive amounts of rain causing all sorts of problems right now. So for more on this and how long this could be lasting throughout your Thursday, let's check in with meteorologist Justin Burke with the very latest. Justin.
All right, we're taking a look right now, Charlie, at area conditions, and we've got a look at Annapolis. Annapolis, one of the areas that actually had missed out on the bulk of the rain yesterday, and now we're looking at what was heavy rainfall overnight and even produced a tornado warning. So far, they actually escaped the worst of the flooding problems, even though there's been some high water on the Chesapeake. We've got a look at the Inner Harbor, and yes, you can see some of those boats really tugging and testing some of those anchor lines, and heavy rainfall continues in the city. Ellicott City, which got hit very hard in the old historic district yesterday, still dealing with some flooding problems and heavy rainfall so far. A school bus, you can see there in the corner, a sign that yes, schools are open. Some have been delayed. Some have been closed. At Veterans Elementary, a full parking lot there. And you've seen so far today, they've picked up nearly an inch of rainfall. Old Mill Senior High School seems to be leading the charge. This is back towards Anne Arundel County, where 2.7 inches of rain has fallen so far today. Check out some of these rainfall totals. Much lighter amounts near Westminster. I think that rain gauge may be stuck a little bit, but they've seen less than we have right here across central Maryland in this corridor. Of about 1.5 inches of rainfall to that 2.75 in Millersville. So almost 2 inches in Edgemere. And Bel Air under a current flood warning, and some of the heavy flood waters and rain waters are coming your way right now at 1.32 inches. All right, let's switch it over and show you Maryland's most powerful Doppler radar. Wide view right now, just to give you a sampling of some of the scattered variety of the heavy rain bands. And more green on the screen is actually a good thing, because that means we're slowly starting to ease things up. But that doesn't mean much for you in Port Deposit right now, where there's been an evacuation and expecting some of the really heavy floodwaters coming down the Susquehanna from Pennsylvania. That probably won't peak until this weekend. And they've had rainfall rivaling Agnes that hit back in the early 70s. So they're going to continue to deal with flood problems down there. Even Havre de Grace and up towards Aberdeen getting some pretty hefty rains. Bel Air, it eases up a little bit, but there's more coming up from the south. Towson getting some moderate rain to Parkville. It breaks up on 83 near Hunt Valley and back towards Owings Mills and Reisterstown. Another nod of some moderate heavy rain extending across 70. This heads out towards Lisbon and Mount Airy, where it eases up. But it looks like just west of Ellicott City and Columbia. That's where we got the heaviest stuff right now. Glen Burnie just got a hit. Arnold, Annapolis under some moderate rainfall as we speak. And we pull this back just a little bit wider once again. As you can see, we've had some bands and waves of rain, but there's more green, less yellow and orange, which is a marked improvement from where we have been. Okay, here's the general setup. We've had this conveyor belt of moisture. It's all tagged to a low pressure system well on back towards our west that has been stopped and blocked by Hurricane Katia off the east coast. That is why everything has been locked in place, and as we continue to funnel this moisture up in our direction, there's no place for it to move because of that hurricane off the edge of the screen. So once we can finally get that thing to turn a corner, and it will do so today, we'll finally break the pattern down. But even though we see a back edge to the heavy rainfall coming through the area, probably in the next hour or two. So once we get to 10, 11 o'clock, we will really see a major improvement in terms of rainfall. But it doesn't mean we're out of the woods, because there may be another surge right along this rain band here to redevelop and head up in our direction. The heaviest of the rain this morning breaks down the showers, maybe a peak of sun as we head towards this afternoon, and we're looking for a high temperature of 81 degrees. One more look here at the wide view. Just wanted to highlight that our computer model does indicate the breakdown of the heavy rain bands, but still some will try to continue more scattered variety across the region as we head on in through the evening, overnight, and tomorrow, but still a threat of some rain as we head towards the weekend. Today, 81 degrees. A flash flood watch will continue behind the expired warnings, and we'll have that threat of some showers and storms tonight at 68. We want to show you some new video into the newsroom sent by a viewer in Howard County. This one at Montevideo Road, just off of Route 1 in Elk Ridge. This is actually not too far from the nearby Wendy's, and you can see that the driver decided not to go through the rising waters over the train tracks, which are just great advice in these conditions. That was dark. Now we have daylight, and you still can't tell how deep that water is. So a suggestion you've probably heard before, and we'll repeat till no end. turn around, don't drown. There's a lot of flood water out there and a lot of slow traffic. Let's get the latest right now from Tanya.
That's right. Stay alert so you don't get hurt. Police are telling us over and over again, if you see water, do not drive into it. 83 southbound at Timonium, we had a broken down car on the right lane. This is 83 just north of the Beltway. It's moving much better now than it had been just a few minutes ago, but expect some slowdowns between Warren and Padonia. The JFX northbound is where we have had an accident there. As you can see, it's northbound in the two left lanes. We have some delays to Cold Spring. The southbound traffic is actually moving pretty well now. We had some earlier delays from rubbernecking earlier, but let's take a look at Cold Spring. And as you can see here, the delays have pretty much dissipated. So if you're heading southbound from Northern Parkway to Cold Spring, you should be okay. South of here, this is from the West 41st Street overpass. We're still doing okay in both directions, and this is what it looks like at North Avenue. Most of our traffic is heading southbound, so that's what we're going to do right now. Drive times have improved. Earlier though, 83 from Shawan to the Beltway had been taking about 15 minutes because we have had earlier accidents there. 95 from White Marsh to the Beltway, 6 minutes or so. The outer loop from Bel Air to Providence can take anywhere from 6 to 8 minutes, and the outer loop from 795 to 70 can take 7 to 10 minutes there as well. If you had a 20 to 30 minute delays on their MARC trains, that's what we're dealing with on MARC trains. They're driving at reduced speeds right now because of flash flood warnings. 30 to 45 minute commutes are now taking an hour to an hour and a half. I had someone named Jess who wrote to me on Twitter at Maryland Traffic. Her Owings Mills commute took an hour and a half to get to Catonsville, and usually that is only 30 to 45 minutes. Now we're going to send it back to Charlie.
All right, Tanya, Justin, thanks a lot. I want to show you some video that's also been coming in. This made the rounds on the national news. Ellicott City was the scene of this clip. It's available now on the official ABC fan page. I'm going to turn the audio down a little bit so you can hear me over this. This is downtown historic Ellicott City. We showed you this morning on Good Morning Maryland. I want to show you this again. This is just how impactful the weather has been over the past several days. And as Megan pointed out this morning, you see there, chivalry, not dead at all. Again, this is downtown Ellicott City, the result of those rains. As we pointed out, everything flows downhill from Irene, also from the rains we've been experiencing. Justin saying there might, though, be a light at the end of the tunnel, and it may not be a train after all. Want to ask you this morning to upload your photos and your video, just like this clip right here. Do it on the official ABC2 Facebook fan page. We've got it right here for you. Just come in, become a friend, like us, and then you can upload your video. Also, you can upload your photos as well, things you're seeing out there, because in a lot of instances, you prove to be our best eyes and ears on the ground with the things you see. Also want to bring you up to speed that you can also bring it to the abc2news.com website, bring your photos and your video in as well. You can monitor throughout the day what you're seeing and what you're experiencing out there as this system continues to push on out. Live radar and live updates for you, as well as recorded weather forecast, including your evening and 5-day forecast, courtesy of Justin and Wyatt. But we also want to flip over for you quickly this morning. We're going to go to black for just a second, and this is the iPad app. I want to tell you all about this. The ABC2 and WMAR weather app, right here available for you on the iPad and your iPhone. You can come in again, get up-to-the-minute radar, up-to-the-minute forecast, temperatures, 5-day forecast, and any warnings that you might be encountering out there. Again, the weather app, courtesy of WMAR and ABC2. There is another app to tell you about, because this is very important and a very useful app if you're going to be making your way out. It's the WMAR app as well. This not only brings you the very latest in news, but it has live traffic cameras for you to check out. On the bottom there, you'll see the traffic tab, live traffic cameras. You can scroll through if you're going to be making any trips, have any plans to get out, scroll through, see exactly what you have and what you have to look forward to as you make your way out. I'm just going to pick one at random. This is US 50 at Sandy Point, and just like that, it's available for you right there, the Ultimate Weather app and the Ultimate News and Traffic app right there at your fingertips for the iPhone and the iPad too. Once again, these things are right there for you. Everything you need. We have a weather warning coming in right there for you to take a look at. Again, this is US 50 down at Sandy Point, and you can come in a variety of some 100 cameras that you can take a look at any time. Just another way ABC2 is working for you. Always remember, we're available at abc2news.com, and as a friend, then like us on Facebook. Have a great day, be safe, and do not do anything that's going to put you or any loved ones in danger. Have a great day.